Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to show you guys how to fix your turn indicators on a second generation Mitsubishi Mighty Max Dodge Ram 50 pickup. They're also known as L200 pickups overseas. So these are all second generation, so 86 to 95 I believe. And let's just get into this here. So what ends up happening is you try to make like a turn, let's say left turn indicator, and then you get nothing on the gauge cluster, or you try to do a right one and you get nothing. It's the same setup or same scenario that I had with my other video that I did on CSMs. But I'm just going to show you guys how to do the wiring side of it, and then show you the actual process of cleaning these. You can buy these brand new still, but I mean, if you wanted to fix yours, this is pretty much going to be a video for you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to test if this is the problem. So you remove the connector from underneath the dash. It's going to be this black one here. There's 14 pins in here, but the wire you want to find first is a green with red stripe. And I already have the red probe on it. So if we're looking into the connector like this, so you guys can follow along, the green with red stripe is going to be the second pin on the bottom left here. And the other pin you want to look at is, or rather wire, is the green with yellow stripe, which is actually the third pin on the bottom row across from it. So you're probably wondering why that's important. Well, if you have a multimeter and you set it to chime, can pretty much, you hear that, so it works. You can pretty much probe those wires to actually find out if the switch is actually not sending the signal back, or if it's actually an issue with voltage coming through here. So by putting the positive on here, you can check for voltage, and you just ground this on a body part of the car. If that passes, then the next step you want to do is the third pin over that's in here, essentially bottom left row, third pin is going to be the green with yellow stripe, and that one is supposed to send signal to the right, basically, so right indicators. And then if you had it set to, left, if you're going to make a left turn, you want to find the second wire up here on the top that's green and with a blue stripe, and it's actually going to be the second row across on the top, and you probe that one, and we know that works. So I cleaned the contacts on this, and that fixed my problem. So if you guys have the same issue, you can go through the steps of testing it with a multimeter. If you don't have a multimeter, and you just want to wing it and see if you can actually get in here and fix it, I'm going to show you where to actually go on this to actually fix it. So let me just remove the multimeter first. All right, so again, real quick, green red, green yellow, and then green blue. Those are the three wires that you want to be looking into and checking with the turn indicator. But anyway, so normally there's a zip tie on here, but I already cut it off that bundles these wires together. I didn't put a new one on yet because I wanted to show, and tell pretty much how to fix it. So I left these screws loose also because I wanted to show where it's all at. So you got to remove one Phillips screw here, and then there's another one down right there. Okay, so now that I got both of the screws off and the zip tie, there are little clips on here that lock this in place. I've already broken them loose, one of which is here, which is, you can see the tab here. And then there are 2 more similar to that one. One is up here, and then the other one is back here. So you want to very carefully pry this up so that you don't damage the clips that hold it on. And the area you want to focus on, I mean, I'll save you guys a bunch of time so you don't have to go, you know, taking all this apart and only to not fix your problem and not find where your problem is you actually want to remove this board here. So you have 4 Phillips screws holding this on. You have these 2 and this little plate. And then you have these 2 here, the R and the L. And we're going to remove those now. Okay, so we got the little screws off. Now, when you remove this, you do want to be careful as well. You see how I have this all set up. If you lift this out of the way, the reason why you want to be careful is because there's a little tiny detent ball at the end of the wiper switch, which is over here. So if this comes out, you have to put it all back in, and it's very difficult to get this on camera on how to actually put it all back together again. But there's a little spring in a channel that's actually drilled in the end of this, and then the ball's supposed to go on the end of the spring. I'll see if I can get it in the light so you can see if it can get it to reflect. It's kind of hard, but it's at the end there. You see that little silver down there? So basically that gives you the firm, like, click sound that you hear when you're turning on your wipers. Now, if you just have it set up like this, you don't have to worry even about that. All you have to do is lift this up, and then you pretty much just want to clean these contacts here. Let me get a pointer so I can show you a little better. The lighting here is kind of difficult to work with. Do apologize. So it's going to be these 4 up here that you want to lightly scrub with like a brass brush, and you can see I've already pretty much cleaned them. And then I'm going to put some dielectric grease on them to make the movement more smooth, I suppose, less friction. So this piece right here actually comes out. You can take it out, just be really careful with it. And you want to clean the contact side here. So anytime you actually are using your turn indicator switch, you're actually moving this up and down, and it connects the center wire here, which is the green with red stripe, with either of the other 2 wires. You have the green with blue stripe down here on the bottom, and then on the top you have that green with yellow stripe. So basically this is just completing the circuit up and down whenever you use the switch. So this also goes in only one way. If you look at the back of it, I'm not sure if the light's going to pick it up, but you'll notice that this is offset to one of the sides more. So the offset faces the wiper arm. So basically, if you look at it like this, you see where it's mostly on this side right here, that faces the wiper. So, and the other thing is there are, I'm not sure if I can get this on camera, but there are 2 grooves that it has to go into in that rail down there. So you want to make sure that this is installed properly. If it's not, it'll be obvious. Like, I could show you how it goes in wrong, but I have it set in the middle right now, so that's where it should sit. If it's like in wrong, it'll be like this. You see how it's on the bottom? It's not sitting all the way. Right there is perfect. See how it's flush with the base down here? That's pretty much what you want to go for. So once it's all like that, you can reassemble it and then recheck to see if you can get the chime with your multimeter between those contacts. And if you're wondering about this, if you're having issues with your washer motor, you might want to clean the contacts off that as well. These other contacts right here are for the wiper motor. So anytime you operate this windshield washer, basically, whichever, well, not the washer, but the wipers. The wiper speed is dictated by all these little pins here. So you could clean these off too. I'm probably going to do that. And then once you get it all done, you know, it's all clean, put some dielectric grease on it, seal it all back up. Pretty much the reverse of disassembly that you saw here. And yeah, that's pretty much how you fix it. If you found the video helpful, consider subscribing, give it a like. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.